So next we are going to learn about the monitor and manage the processes. Certainly monitoring and managing the processes involves the keeping track of the programs running on a computer, and it is like to control and optimize their execution. So it's like basic keeping the track on the particular processes in the program. Let's just take an example. For example, I am the manager of a company, and where each process is represent an employee working in the different tasks. So there is another example I would like to say, when we have why actually there is a question like why we need to monitor and manage the processes. The reason behind this is because when the processes are there, they basically consume three things: the CPU, memory, and display. So it is need to be managed perfectly, or else what going to be happen that the system can be crashed. So for to prevent those kind of thing from that, the Linux has provided some kind of command, so in which using that command we can prevent those kind of situation, and we can get the details about our processes and the things that we are running from our behind processes. So let's just behind the system, sorry. So let's just start with our first command, which is the df. So here you can see what is the df. Df is basically a disk free stands for, and it basically provides the information like about the amount of disk space used in and available in the file system. It basically displays the file system's total size, then available space, and the amount. I will just show you further in my in the practical time. Let's just see, like, this is the theory part of that. Then the other thing, which is the du, basically stands for the disk usage, and when we use this command, it basically estimates the disk usage of a file, that how much the usage of the disk has been done from the file, and the directories also. And it basically displays the size of individual files and the size of the directories and their contents. Then the next we have the uptime. Basically this command in Linux displays the current system uptime and provides the information about the system's load average. And when we execute this command, we can see the output similar that how when was the last time it was booted. So like this was the about the three things in which we have to know these three things: the uptime, then the du, and the df. And there are also other like the top, free, lsof, tcp dump, and netset. So this kind of command in the further my chapters we are going to see one by one in our three each part. So the first what we are going to see, the first three things are the df, disk free, du, which is the disk usage, and the uptime. So let's just start from our Linux terminal and let's move on to the Linux terminal so I can show you the demonstration of. So let's just move on our Linux terminal. You can see now we are in the Linux terminal, and here you can see I am right now in my user, which is my Shan. You can see I can type the command who am I, so I can see in which I am right now. Now I'm going to run the first command, which is the df, which is the disk free command. So let's just clear this screen and just run the command df. So when I enter it, you can see it shows me the first column, which is the file system, which basically contain the different kinds of files. Then the second one is this 1k minus blocks. It basically nothing but size of the file. Then the third column is about the use, then for the available, then use percentage, and the last one is the mounted on, which basically means that where the file is mounted in our processes. So now like this one is the only this kind of display is for to computer understandable language, but you know it's not easy to understand for the human. So for human understanding purpose, I will write the command df space minus h. So h basically stands for the human. So when I write this command, it will be human readable format. So you can see the first column shows like the file system. The second one basically showing the size in the gigabyte. You can see the first DOTMFS, which has the size of this 1.4 gigabyte. And the third column has the use, that how much is used in this file. So that is a zero use of this file. That's why it is available at the 1.4 gigabyte. And the use of this in percentage is also the 0%, and it is mounting it has been mounted to /dev directory. Then the other things we have, like for example this you can say the dev saddle, and then it has the 26 gigabyte. Then after the third column, it shows that how much is used from that. It has been used only 6.5 giga, and it is available only 20. So you can count that very simply. And the second last column will display how much it is used in the percentage and where it has been mounted in the particular directory. So yeah, this was the about the df space minus h command, which will display the human readable format, so you can understand, the humans can understand how it is the file has been running in our backend the system. So this was the about df command. And here you can see these are some of the file which has been used, but you can see this last, that like for example these are the file has been used as the 1% 2%, but this is the file, you can see this slash dev slash sr0, it has been used 100%. You can see the size of this file is the 59 mega, and the used is the 59 megabytes also, but it has the availability of the 0, and that's why it is showing the uses of the 100%. So what if the file has been used the 100%? To know about the file, that how it is used by the 100% and which are the subfolders or the directories or the files in this particular directory, and for that to check, we have our next command, which is the du, which I have already told you in our last in this recent time. You can see when I write this du command, it will basically displays the whole detail about the particular file. So you can see these are lot of many things. You have to just scroll up more and more, so you can find out that how it is display. But you can see it is not in the proper format, like, so to get into the proper format of this particular file, I need to add some command so that I can get in the proper format, so I can see which are the files as taking the more space in our this particular directory, which is has been used 100%. So for that I am going to type this command space, I will write the okay. So right now if I want to display in our like particular order human readable way, I will type this command, and you can see it has showing me the infinite the things. The reason behind this, because I had used the particular minus as human readable format, that's why it has been printed in kilobytes and gigabytes, but still it's not good. And you can see like here it is showing some of the thing which I am not able to find the particular file. So for that, what I'm going to still going to use some another command so that I can get into the sorted way. Like for example, what I'm trying to do, I'm taking the file which is taking the more space in our system, I'm going to put it on my top, and the bottom I will going to put the smallest one. So for that I will use the pipe concept. You know about the pipe concept already, which I already taken in my previous chapters. So for that, du space minus h slash, then I will use the pipe space. What I'm going to simply do to sprint into the sorting order, type the sort, then space minus, I want to print this in our reverse order. So for that, an r, again I will use the pipe, and I will use the more. Now you know about the more command. Basically more command is basically used to display the one our output in a single page. So when I am going to enter, you can see it is showing me the n number of things, and it is showing me the, now it is linking the personal. So before that up, you can see it is showing this cannot read the directory. So you have to just simply ignore that. You just don't have to look after that. You just have to look at this kilobyte size. So you can see after typing the command, it is displaying the in the reverse order and sorting order. You can see the first tops are the files that are taking the more space, which is the 1020 kilobytes and the 1008. So that's how we can find that our in which file is taking the more space, so we can understand that why it is has been used 100%. So when I these are the list of that. So for to move into the another page, I will simply press into the space bar, so I can move to the other page. You can see here it is showing the more. So after entering the more the space bar, you can see I am in my next page, and in the next page it is displaying the other files which is in the sorting way in the reverse order also. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, you can see. So when you click on the space bar more and more, you can get into the new page at every time. So this is how you can print that. After typing the control C, I'm exited from that. Now I'm again back to my terminal. So now what I'm going to do, simply the next subtype of this df I just going to show you, which is the df minus t. So what it basically df minus t represents, so it basically shows the file system type along with the usage information. So you see like it shows the type of the file, the tmfs, then the xfs, which is the one of the type of a file in our Linux system, you can see. So using the df minus t command, it will display you the type of the file system you have in our Linux. So you can use this command to see what kind of file type we have in our system. So yeah, this was the about the df du and those command also. So now next command we are going to see. So let me just first clear this screen so it will be look more disciplined way. Now I'm going to use the command which is my uptime command. So as you all know that I already told you that what is this uptime command. So basically this command display the current system uptime and provide the information about the system's load average. You can see the first this thing is showing the user, then it is the load average. So yeah, let me just explain you this thing about that system. So the first one, which is the time, basically represent the current time on the system when the uptime command was executed. Then the two things, which is the up to 2 days and the 1 gem 14, which basically indicates how the long system has been running since it was rebooted. Then the user basically denotes the number of the currently logged in users on the system.